Well, hello there. I'm going to do like a little bit of an update regarding my motorcycle, the Rusi TC 175. I've driven it like over 5,000 kilometers, and I realized that I probably needed to replace the spark plug. Kind of rough, and so I had them replace the spark plug, and I think they charged me like 75 pesos for the spark plug. And then later on, I had a flat again. This is the fourth flat I've had in the back. I never had a flat in the front. And what happened was, the first time I had a flat, it was a nail in it. And the second time, the valve had pulled away from the rest of the tube. So I had to replace the tube. And that happened 3 times, so 4 times total. And I think what it was is you're not supposed to tighten that nut on the outside of the valve stem.
See this nut right here? This kind of like holds the tube in place on the front wheel. Well, on the back, I don't have one on there. The problem is if you put one on the back, somehow it'll make the connection of where the tube is will come apart.
So the tube usually goes for about 160 pesos, another 40 pesos for the labor at a vulcanizer to put it in. And then later on, I noticed that there was a gas leak, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So I went to Rusi, and they looked at it, and they said that the gas tank was leaking. And they showed me where it started to come apart. So they told me that I had 2 options. Either they could try to repair the tank or just buy a new tank. And so I decided just to go with a new tank. And it was 1,900 pesos for a new tank. And what they did is well at first, they said, well, you need a new tank. I said, okay. So I went to the parts, and they said the motorcycle's red, and so I said, well, I need another tank, red, TC 175. And the parts guy went and looked, and he came back and he said, well, we only have black and blue, but no red. And I said, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. So then the service manager went and talked to the parts guy, and he brought out the black one, and it did have a red stripe on it. So I thought, well, it kind of blends in, I guess. So I paid them 1,900 pesos. They took my gas cap off, and they peeled off. It was like a sealed deal. They peeled off where the gas cap or the gas access is, and they showed it to me. There's no rust in it. And put my gas cap on the new tank and my valve on the new tank and installed it, and I was good to go. But later on, it wasn't running right, and I thought, well, maybe there was something in the new tank. There's some powder or something in there, and it was hard to start. And I took it back, and they said that they serviced the battery, and it still wasn't running right. And I took it back again, and they took the carburetor off and cleaned it out, put it back on and tuned it. The motorcycle runs great. Now, the theme of the motorcycle is a little bit different because of the new tank. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the before and after, the old tank and the new tank on the photos, and you can tell me in the comments which looks the best. But that's about it. And otherwise, everything's going great. And thanks for watching.